Hey, what's going on, guys? I have a great video for you guys today, and it's very simple because this entire video you're simply going to be looking at this picture. Now, this picture says so much about business that it really deserves its own entire video. Here's why. This video, if you follow what this picture represents, you're going to build a business that not only is going to be able to make you money now, but make you money 10, 20, 30 years from now. Why? Because what this picture shows is the common pitfalls that people in business fall into most of the time. Now, let's start off with the bottom of the picture, the foundation or the need. This represents, is your business built around a market that has a sustainable need? Meaning, is it a long-term a pain or a problem that people are going to have 10, 20, 30 years from now? Or is it simply based on a fad? Is it based on something like, the pet rock, for example? If you had like a website selling like pet rocks, obviously you wouldn't be getting many sales right now. It was based on a fad, or any kind of like little toys or fads that come and go. You definitely don't want to invest your time into a business that's a fad. You can make some good money, but if you want sustainable income, if you want your business to be worth more 5 years from now than it is today, make sure the foundation of your business is solid, and you choose a market and you choose a product that's based on a foundational pain point or pleasure point. Meaning, obvious examples are like losing weight. People are going to need to lose weight for years and years to come, and a pleasure point would be something like traveling, or anything that people do for pleasure, hobbies, whether it's a product on how to play better tennis or how to golf better. You can be sure that people are going to be golfing 5, 10 years from now. So it's based around a foundation that is solid. Okay, so that's the first thing that this picture represents. It has to be based on a need that's going to be around 5, 10 years from now, right? Okay, now let's see here. What else does this picture show? The next thing that this picture really shows is over here, the door, the entry. What this means is, how quickly can competitors come and simply model or steal your business? If you're doing a website, or your entire business funnel and system is based on something that is easily duplicated, then you can bet that you're going to have competitors. Especially the more money that you make, the more competition is going to come after you. So the easiest way to avoid competitors is simply to have a business plan or a business funnel that's not easy to copy. So for example, you can take something like Proactive. I'm sure you've seen all the Proactive commercials, and with all the celebrities, and they have 50 different commercials every week. Okay, now why don't you see more acne commercials on TV? Is it because Proactive has some crazy formula that works and nobody else can copy it? No, the ingredients of Proactive are the same ingredients in any acne formula. The reason you mainly see Proactive commercials and not a lot of competitors, you have some that come and go, but the reason Proactive dominates the market is pretty simply because they have a lot of capital. Okay, they can afford to go negative for 9 to 10 months before they turn a profit, meaning that they're willing to invest up to $200 to make a $19 sale. Why? Because they have enough money so that when month 10 comes along and they start generating profits, they have, if they make millions and millions of sales every month. But the reason they can do that is because they're spending so much in commercial and media up front and hiring all the celebrities that really no one can copy them. So obviously, that's just one example. You don't have to have a lot of money in order for your business not to be easily copied. You can have other competitive advantage, something that your competitors can copy, whether that's a patent, whether that's a certain personality, whether that's a certain brand that you're building, whatever it is. Make sure that your business is very, very hard to duplicate. You don't want to just have another Me Too product. So look for really a competitive advantage or something that's going to set you apart from the competition. The next thing here is the height of the building, or how far can you scale your business? So if your goal is to do $1 million a year and you're in a little tiny niche, chances are you're not going to be able to do that. Your income goals must match your market. So how high can you scale a particular market? If you have very high goals, very high income goals, make sure your market reflects that and allows you to expand and really grow it to that point, because not all markets are able to be $1 million markets. So be aware of that. If you have very lofty goals, know that you're going to need to probably go into one of the 3 main markets, which are relationships, whether it's dating or relationship advice, weight loss, or making money. Those are really the 3 markets, and inside those there's a lot of sub niches. But make sure that if you just want to do a couple $100 a month or $100 a week or a couple $1,000 a week, you can do that in dozens of niches. You can do that in how to knit properly, or any kind of little tiny niche that you want, scrapbooking or whatever. You can make a couple $1,000 a month in those niches. Okay, so make sure that your income goals match the market that you select. The next thing that this picture represents is the elevator here. So the time. Can you leverage, or can you speed up the time it takes you to get to the top of the building? These are different things like does your market represent a lot of joint ventures you could do maybe to speed up your process? Is there a lot of media out there to advertise to your target customers? So these are all things that are going to speed up the process of you going from 0 to $1 million or 2,000 or whatever your goal is. So these are just different things that you can scale, different media that you can purchase to be able to speed up your process. Because as one of my mentors, Dan Kennedy, says, there's no virtue in getting rich slowly. Okay, you don't get a special badge if you work extra hard and you earn your money slowly. If we're gonna make money, we want to do it in the fastest way possible. Money loves speed. Okay, and then last but not least, in my opinion, the most important thing that this picture represents here is the wrecking ball. What this means is maybe you spent all this time to build a beautiful building that's based on a strong foundation that competitors can copy. You've scaled it up and you've done it in a time efficient manner. You've done it quite quickly. But do you have habits of spending too much, or not reinvesting some of your profits, or not looking at upcoming trends, and you completely wreck the entire building by just either spending too much money or not reinvesting or not hiring top talent? Or so make sure that if your business is growing and your building is growing and you have everything else into place, don't fall into the trap of the wrecking ball of making some stupid mistakes and spending money that you don't have, or taking out too many loans, or just make sure you avoid the wrecking ball. Okay, the wrecking ball is something that gets I think every entrepreneur. I've read a lot of biography books of all these top millionaires or top billionaires losing everything and then gaining it all back. So avoid that if you can. Obviously, sometimes the only way to learn is through experience, but avoid the wrecking ball. All right, guys, so very simple picture, but as you saw, it says so much. So just a quick recap: make sure your business is in a foundation, a need that's a foundational, that's going to be here 5 to 10 years from now, that it's a pain point or a pleasure point that people are going to have decades from now. Make sure it's not easy to copy. Make sure your business is not easy to duplicate. Make sure you have a competitive advantage that others can't simply imitate. Make sure you can scale your business. Make sure your market is big enough to match your income goals. Make sure you have a couple elevators in there to help you leverage and really scale up faster. And make sure to avoid the wrecking ball. And another thing I'll add here is make sure, if you can, to be in complete control of your business. That is, if your business is based on something where someone can just come around and change the rules on you, obviously you're not going to have a lot of control. Whether that's simply having a business where you're renting and you don't own it, or maybe you're a franchisee and the franchisor can just simply come and change some rules on you and really mess up everything you have going on. So ideally, you want to be in control of everything: the land, the rules, the regulations, as much as you possibly can. All right, guys, if you want some more cool videos like this one, make sure to check out moneymunchies.com. There'll be a link below this video. I find cool things to post, little nuggets, if you will, to really leverage and and speed up your process of success, whether your business is online or offline. There's a forum on there with a lot of intelligent people. I've learned a lot from the forum. So make sure to check out moneymunchies.com for more cool videos like this one. All right. Have a great day, guys, and let's make some money. Take care.